We're going to begin our program. We would like to invite you all to come grab a seat. Thank you. I have to say, I was very prepared to use my principal voice, and I feel like this is a very compliant crowd. Thank you. So just a reminder, we have some reserved seating for the family here in the first two rows. Please feel free to take advantage of that. All right, good evening, honored and distinguished guests. Welcome to our official ribbon-cutting ceremony for John C. Bohach Elementary School. This evening brings the opportunity for our community to come together to celebrate this new beginning. The opportunity to open this new school has been, honestly, the greatest honor of my career. Opening a new school is an immense undertaking, and opening a new school in a pandemic is maybe a little bit harder. Our successful opening in 158 days, hold your applause, please, of in-person instruction this year were only possible because of the hard work of many incredible people. The school journey, though, truly began when our community passed WC1 in 2016. From there, our Board of Trustees, Superintendent, leadership team, capital projects, and countless others blazed an incredible trail and committed to opening 5 new schools in 2 years. I was honored to join this project in 2019 and have been able to join a truly amazing and dedicated team of educators who have worked tirelessly to create a connected and caring community for our learners that is even more amazing than the building itself. This undertaking has included connecting with John's family, friends, and coworkers in an attempt to capture his history and his story and his legacy. That work has been largely spearheaded by our Bohach counselor, Mr. Derek Hughes. Mr. Hughes? He may or may not be an honorary member of the Bohach family, sitting, okay. At Bohach Elementary School, we really strive to honor our namesake and keep John's spirit alive. Today, when you pass by our display case, you will see work and a project that has been undertaken by Mr. Hughes in our beautiful display case, which will let you see just a glimpse into the beautiful visual story of John's life. We really do want to honor him and work and strive to commit to his spirit and keeping his spirit alive. In that spirit, and in that spirit, let's please stand for the singing of our national anthem by Ashley Melendez and presentation of the colors by the Reno Police Department's Honor Guard.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay, so you may be seated. Thank you. So good evening, everyone. I'm Trustee Andrew Caudill, Vice President of the Washoe County School District Board of Trustees. I'm so glad all of you could join us to celebrate this beautiful new school and to honor its namesake, Officer John C. Bohach. I want to start by introducing some important guests here with us this evening. I'm joined here by my fellow trustees, Ellen Minetto and Jeff Church, as well as by our Superintendent, Dr. Kristen McNeill, who you'll hear from later. President Angie Taylor unfortunately could not make it this evening, but she sends her regards. I'd also like to thank our area law enforcement agency for their involvement. Tonight we have in attendance Reno Police Chief Jason Soto, who you will hear from later, as well as Sparks Police Chief Chris Crawford, and the Washoe County Sheriff, Darren Balaam. And welcome also to the other elected officials and VIPs in attendance this evening. We have Sparks City Council members Paul Anderson, Diane Vanderwell, and Christopher Dare. We have Reno City Council member Devin Reese, Reno City Attorney Carl Hall, Washoe County District Judge Egan Walker, Washoe County District Attorney Christopher Hicks, and former District Attorney Dick Gamick. And of course, I'd like to welcome members of John Bohach's family, as well as his many colleagues from the Reno Police Department. John C. Bohach Elementary School opened up this school year, and this grand opening celebration has been a long time coming. I'm so grateful we're able to gather here today and finally celebrate this building. This is the 5th school we've been able to open since the passage of the capital funding ballot initiative in 2016. And we're so thankful to all the voters for approving the funding. It's allowed us to relieve the severe overcrowding we've seen all over Reno and Sparks, but especially up here in Spanish Springs, which is rapidly growing. We wouldn't have been able to build this school if it weren't for the voters, so thank you very much. I'd also like to thank Q&D Construction for building this awesome school. You guys did an amazing job, and we're so appreciative. I know there's some Q&D folks here in the audience. Let's give them a round of applause. And of course, thank you as well to H+K Architects for the design that allows for space to spread out, student collaboration, and interactive STEAM learning. Let's give them a round of applause as well. And to all the capital project staff who worked through a pandemic to get this school built and open on time, thank you very much. I didn't know Officer Bohach, but knowing about his dedication to our community and to our children, we at the Washoe County School District are so honored to have his name on our newest elementary school. To tell us a little more about Officer Bohach, I'd like to invite up his daughter, Jillian Bohach.
Well, hello everyone. How's everyone doing? Good? Okay, well, the turnout today was absolutely incredible. And with a quick show of hands, I just wanted to know how many of you actually personally knew my dad, whether that be family, coworkers, or friends. So I want to thank all of you for personally sharing your stories of my dad. That's really all I have, and since I was only 2 when he was killed, it's really painted the best picture for me to get to know him through all of you, so thank you. I also really want to personally thank Derek, the school counselor. He has gone above and beyond for honoring my dad through the creation of the display case and the other projects at this school that share my dad's story with future generations of students in our community. I appreciate the time and effort it has taken to research and represent details that highlight my dad's life, his dedication to serving the community, and spirit of making the world a better place. I couldn't be more proud to be a part of my dad's legacy and introduce you all to this beautiful school. So thank you again for everyone that helped make this possible. And I guess next up is my beautiful sister, Lindsay.
Good evening, everyone. So great to see you all again. 2 years ago, we sat here almost in these same seats for the groundbreaking of this school. And little did we know that we'd be coming out on the other side of a pandemic. But it makes me so happy to see that this school has still opened and that all of the teachers and Heidi and Derek have gone the extra mile to ensure that the students that came to this school in this first year didn't know we were in the middle of a pandemic. I've had the privilege of watching this school come to life over the last 2 years, from the groundbreaking to the hanging of the final beam during construction to the welcoming of students on the first day. I have seen the passion in the eyes of the individuals behind this school. I've had the opportunity to spend quite a bit of time with Principal Heidi Gavrilles and Counselor Derek Hughes, and each and every time I sit with one of them, it makes me smile to see the passion that these two have for this school and its mission. They are not only making this school a beautiful place for the children to learn in and a safe environment, but they are working so hard to honor the man who gave this school its name. Derek, in particular, as you've heard, has gone above and beyond, leaving no stone unturned to learn about who my dad was as a person, as a friend, as a police officer, and as a father. While my dad dedicated his life to protecting the community, as Derek and so many others learned, there was so much more to the man behind the badge. Beyond being a fearless sex crimes and child abuse detective, he was a husband, friend, brother, and father. He had a smile and sense of humor that could light up any room. My dad loved being in the outdoors. Every summer was spent skiing or tubing on his boat that he named Code 4, or spent soaring high over Lake Tahoe in his plane, which was one of his newest hobbies right before he passed away. Beyond the fun times, I remember a father who was firm but fair. I think working in the line of work he was in and seeing how things could go so wrong in families, he wanted to ensure that I was afforded every opportunity possible to make this world a better place. Well, Dad, I hope you're smiling down and can see that I have made it. And while you haven't been here over the last 20 years for so many of those momentous occasions, I truly believe that your death has paved the way for me in so many ways and shaped me into the wife, friend, nurse, and leader that I am today. One of the memories I will forever cherish about my dad were his 6 a.m. wake-up calls. He would come and sit at the edge of my bed before going to work, give me a kiss, and tell me to have a good day. He would say, "Lindsay, you are always here with me," as he motioned to his badge, which held a photo of the two of us on the back. He knew that every day he went to work, he was putting his life on the line, and that there was a chance he would not come home. While I know there was nothing I could have done to have saved my dad's life, I do find peace in knowing that I was square over his heart on that fateful August day in 2001. As always, I want to thank the people who have been instrumental in making Bohach Elementary a reality. To Superintendent McNeill and the Washoe County School Board, thank you for your continued support through this process. To the planners, architects, and contractors with Q&D Construction, the school is truly a beautiful, state-of-the-art building, and thank you for your hard work. To Adam Wignansky, Keith Primus, Dave Robertson, and so many others, thank you for fighting for the last 18+ years to keep my dad's memory alive in this school. We did it, guys. Thank you to Derek Hughes, Deputy Chief Tom Robinson, the RPPA, and Lepery Construction, as well as Hal and Lori Wood for creating, filling, and helping with the beautiful display case inside that now memorializes my dad's uniform, medals, and the last flag that touched him as we laid him to rest. I could continue with the thank yous all night, but in favor of us enjoying this beautiful evening, I just want to thank everyone who has been part of this journey with us. Your support has not gone unnoticed or unappreciated. My father would have been so humbled by the tributes and honors that have been paid to him. While no police officer goes into this line of work for the recognition, I think my dad would be proud that his sacrifice has paved the way for the community to honor and remember the hard work and dedication of all first responders. To the Bohach Elementary Nighthawks, may you forever soar high and make a positive impact on this community. You have a protector watching over you and an amazing team of teachers and staff at Bohach Elementary to guide you through making this world a better place. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, Lindsay. And if you didn't know Officer Bohach, I think you know him now. Eloquent, eloquent words for your father. Thank you. So good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Kristen McNeill, Superintendent of the Washoe County School District, and we are exceptionally proud to be here tonight. Thank you so much to Officer Bohach's daughters for their beautiful and lovely remarks tonight, and to all of the Bohach family for being here. We could not do this without you. We are honored to have his name on this beautiful new elementary school. And thank you to the Reno Police Department for collaborating with us on this event, and for all of you for coming tonight. This celebration is very much overdue. I also want to thank all of our staff members at John C. Bohach Elementary School. Opening an elementary school is a challenge on the best of days, but even more so when you are in the midst of a slight global pandemic. The staff has done an amazing job this year educating our students during this exceptionally challenging time, and I think they deserve a huge round of applause. And we've heard a lot about the display case tonight. And I want to do a huge shout out to those that were directly responsible for getting all of the memorabilia, for collecting and putting all of this information together that you will see inside the Bohach Memorial display case, and for staying late to give small group tours after the presentation. We would love for you to stay and take a tour of this beautiful school. And speaking of small group tours, I do hope that you do take advantage of that opportunity tonight. This building provides a state-of-the-art learning environment for our students with 28 classrooms, 3 collaborative hub spaces, and a STEAM lab where students can learn about science, technology, engineering, art, and math. And like all of our new builds, this school is built to comply with the most recent energy standards. It uses geothermal wells to provide the heat and cooling systems. It has drought-resistant landscaping, which you have a beautiful representation here, and energy-efficient lighting and HVAC systems. We are exceptionally grateful to the Washoe County voters for approving the 2016 ballot initiative on capital funding that has allowed us to build schools such as this. In addition, we have also opened up Sky Ranch Middle School, right next door, right behind you, Desert Skies Middle School in Sun Valley, Nick Polikitis Elementary School, Marcy Hertz Middle School in South Reno, and Michael Inskeep Elementary Schools will be opening in the fall. And our new Proctor Hug High School will open in the fall of 2022. We are also rebuilding O'Brien Middle School and building additions onto Swope Middle School, both of which will be ready in the fall of 2022. We've been able to invest the millions of dollars in capital renewals because of our voters, because of you, for our older schools. So for everyone who voted for the ballot initiative and for everyone who've advocated for it, let's give you all a round of applause. And finally, thank you to all of our capital projects staff. We have Mr. Pete Etchart standing here in the back. He hates recognition, so I just love to do that to him because he is a man of amazing talent and integrity, and I just love you, Pete. Our contractor, Q&D, our architects, H+K, and all of our subcontractors that made this building a reality. I'm sorry it took us so long. That was a bit out of our control, but we are here now, and let's party. We are ready, we are ready, we are ready. And so with that, I would like to welcome up a great friend of mine, Reno Police Chief Soto.
Well, good evening. What an incredible day. I know that there's been a lot of thank yous that were shared tonight, and they were certainly deserved. I apologize if I get emotional tonight, but I want to thank the Bohach family for sharing your dad with us, with our agency. He was an incredible man. And what we do day in and day out as police officers not only takes a toll on police officers, but it takes a toll on their families. And your family is like our rock at Reno PD. So I want to say thank you for that. I do have to share one quick story. I'm one of the, there's a handful of people out here in the crowd that work with your dad, and I was one of them. And I choose to remember probably, I only had a year, maybe 2 on, and I had gotten involved in a pursuit, and D-Rob was backing me up on this one. But I had broken just probably every policy and rule in the book. Your dad shows up, and I'm scared. I'm just this kid, and he said, "Hey, you did a good job." For some reason, I can't get that out of my mind. I want to thank the school for carrying his name as you do. He means a lot to a lot of people. I want to thank John's mom and dad and everybody else here who's put in so much work to make today a reality. You already named Primetime and Dave and Dick Posadas. There's just so many people that had a hand in this, and I know I won't be able to remember them all. But John was a special man. we've never forgot him at the Reno Police Department. Now his name will be etched in our community forever, and that's important to all of us. He was a good friend. More importantly, he was a good dad. He was a good man. He was passionate about what he did, the job that he did. He took care of the young guys. He took care of his supervisors. He embodied everything that Reno Police is about. I want to thank our Honor Guard for being here today, the support of the men and women that wear this uniform. I am so proud of all of you, and the respect that you give to those that have paid the ultimate sacrifice. The school district, I wish I could give all of you a big hug. I love John Bohach. I love his family, and I can't wait to see this display case. With that, there's some people that I do need to recognize. We have a lot of certificates because a lot of our community, when they heard of the school and the project, we didn't even have to ask. They just came forward. I want to thank Derek Hughes again. I want to thank Frank Lepre with Frank Lepre Construction, the Scarcelli family with Century Glass, the Field family, MSM Sheet Metal and Steel Fabrication, and Marie Wyckoff, Wyckoff Design Studio. I'm not sure if we're going to do this formally up here or how we're going to do this, but the certificate is just one piece of it. Oh, here comes Chris Waddle with the RPPA. I want to thank the RPPA. All right, let's do this. We're going to start off with Derek. And this says Certificate of Appreciation is presented to Derek Hughes, John C. Bohach Elementary School. The Reno Police Department thanks you for your generous contribution to building a commemorative display case at John C. Bohach Elementary School. Through your donation, the life and service of our fallen officer will continue to be honored and remembered. Thank you, sir. Do we have anybody from the Lepre family here? Okay, I didn't see him. How about the Scarcelli family? Anybody from Scarcelli? Okay. The Field family? They're probably here and they're just that humble because I know how they are. Let me see here. How about Marie? Is Marie Wyckoff here? Yes, there she is. Certificate of Appreciation is presented to Marie Wyckoff, Wyckoff Design Studio, LLC. The Reno Police Department thanks you for your generous contribution to building a commemorative display case at John C. Bohach Elementary School. Through your donation, the life and service of our fallen officer will continue to be honored and remembered. Thank you very much. All right. I think that's all of the recognitions that we have. Thank you to all of our elected officials for being here. We appreciate you. It shows all of us in law enforcement and John's family just how much you care, and that means a lot to us. So we have a ribbon cutting here tonight, and I'm going to ask members of the Bohach family, the Bohach principal, Heidi Gavrilles. I don't want to mess that up because I know she'll get on me if I do, so I hope I didn't. And then the Washoe County School Superintendent and trustees, if you could join us up front to cut the ribbon. And then one last little piece, if you go inside and for the viewing of the display, and if you want to take a tour, this school is incredible if you haven't seen it. I have never seen anything like this. But we ask that if you do, that you please wear your mask while we take the tour. And I think that's it. Let's get this ribbon cut. Thank you.
One, two, three.
Working that day.